Welcome, children, to You Can't Toast Toast.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Nathan.
And we're your hosts of the show that we didn't just name right now.
Yeah. Or that we possibly haven't named yet.
And you are our children. But you're also adults, so that we comply with YouTube copyright. COPPA. YouTube COPPA. That thing. Take that, government. Our audience is adults.
Yeah. And before we go any farther, why don't you guys just take a moment and Kamehameha that bell.
Explosion!
Yeah.
Explosion!
Okay.
Explosion!
Do I have to edit this?
Explosion!
Yeah. And smash the subscribe button into little tiny pieces.
Explosion. Yeah, what are we doing today?
We have this website here called Talk to Transformer. And if you've never heard of Talk to Transformer before, it's an AI where you give it a little prompt and then it writes some really weird stuff for you, but it's actually really well done.
All right.
And I know you haven't tried it before.
I haven't, no.
But I have tried it, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
So I figured we'd start off. I'll give a prompt for you. You don't look at it yet.
Okay,
it's a
that's
secret.
fine. Am I
then
reading it?
You'll read it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It'll be about you.
And how long can these stories be?
Give it like a short sentence, and then you can leave it with like whatever. You'll see when I give
But
it
I
to
have
you.
a vision.
Then use your vision.
Okay. That's good smut.
Okay. So here's what I wrote for the AI to respond to.
Okay.
Nathan peered into the darkness. Only one thing on his mind.
I do that quite often.
Perfect. So it's the AI right now is working to generate a story for you.
We should make a movie based off of like typing the start of a line and then it produces it for you.
That's a good idea. Take that, writers.
Don't
we don't
steal
have to
that.
pay you now.
Yeah. Is it working?
We didn't introduce Caleb. Caleb is our man behind the camera.
Yo.
Caleb, just give a hello.
Hi.
Explosions! He's part of this.
Check out this out of camera Kamehameha.
Poor Shane.
All the editing I have to do now.
All right, how do you scroll down? 2 fingers? You just literally go down.
yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty lengthy story. Okay.
So go ahead and read what happened.
Nathan peered into the darkness, only one thing on his mind. It's been a year since I've seen anything like this, he whispered. It is like some kind of natural disaster. The planet feels completely different, almost as if something was altering the fabric of reality. Explosions! But I don't think that is something we can see. Not yet. Something has become lost in the darkness of space. What could be causing all this? Xander asked. My lover, my friend?
Both.
Nathan shook his head. The breach hasn't happened yet, and it's too soon to tell. But my reason for this visit may have caused the threat of this planet to grow. He sighed. The planet feels.
So this is a space adventure.
It's a sci-fi now!
It's a sci-fi!
Oh my
Wow,
gosh!
look, we're in a sci-fi. I just gave myself editing work.
You're making a lot of work for yourself.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. But yeah, so Xander
That's pretty cool.
brought the world...
Xander Cage, Triple X.
Xander
right?
Cage, Triple X, brought
Me and Ice Cube.
death to our planet.
Or was that Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Cube.
Vin
Ice Diesel.
Diesel. Awesome. So if you go up to the top, you can
Okay.
scroll up there.
Yep.
And
Create another?
yeah. Well, so if you click,
Oh,
here,
a new
like
prompt?
yeah, just create a new prompt.
Okay.
You can also choose stuff like Lord of the Rings quotes, and it'll pull like a random Lord of the Rings quote, and then it'll just like create a story out of it. Probably some
Sweet.
weird fan fiction. I don't need to know what Gimli and Legolas are up to together. It's none of my business.
Okay.
And my sword and my bow. Yeah, we know. Doing something with those. You guys ever just question why you're here? You know, you just don't know. Like, what's my purpose in life? Do I have a purpose in life? Are we living in a simulation? These are the things that keep me up at night and during the day. But mostly at night. You can let the AI write some of the story. You don't have to do the full thing.
All right.
So what did you write for the AI?
You want me to read it right now?
Yeah, well, read what you wrote,
Okay.
and then I'll read the
Lovers forbidden by time. Shane was too old for Nathan, but he would not let that stop him. All right,
It took you that long to write that?
Yeah, wow.
I make a lot of spelling mistakes. I'm like, did I use the right two, the wrong two? Is it forbade or forbidden? Is that a word? So here you go.
I'm a little nervous to read this.
too.
Quick, Shane, in editing, that's me in editing, throw up an 18 plus logo here for this part because it might be mature. Lovers forbidden by time. Shane was too old for Nathan, but he would not let that stop him. It is not too late for me to know the secret, Nathan said. Not at all, Shane said. But now I do. Please, don't tell me the truth. I will not tell the Lord if I am saved. I think you can save me, Nathan said, as quietly as he could manage. Come home. The light was gone. With Shane gone, a few people in the church were no longer in the presence of him. The pews were empty.
Are you a priest?
The worship was tepid. Nathan had the feet of the last mortal to die beside him. His footsteps echoed in the empty. And then it ran. What just. So what's this talking about? Like, everybody's dead. Apparently, I left. I thought this was a love story.
I thought maybe it is.
Well,
We don't know
maybe.
that. Why would I want you to come
Wow.
back? Did I die in that?
I don't know. Did I
Okay,
die?
how funny would that be? These 30-second movies, like being narrated. And
We
just
should do this.
Shoot like the B-roll for it.
It's snowing outside.
miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Christmas was a couple weeks ago now.
Crap. R.I.P. Christmas.
All right, Nathan, you wanted a sensual story? You're about to get a sensual story.
I best be getting that sensual story. I won't look, right? Don't look
No,
yet?
don't look.
Okay. I'm excited to see what it produces, though. So far, it's been gold.
So my interpretation of that story was Shane was an ex-priest
I was an ex-priest.
That makes sense,
That left the order to be in love with you because he didn't want to be stereotypical Catholic priest. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't even. I'm like, wow, these guys have a deep friendship, an unbreakable bond.
That's what I thought too. I thought we were friends, and then
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, so
It's like this
Here's-
AI friend zoned me pretty quick.
here, it did.
Okay.
It's like real life. Here's the start of your sensual story.
Okay.
Nathan, handcuffed to the radiator, screamed in horror as the monster of nightmares approached him.
Okay. Approached him from the other side of the room. Once the monster was within striking distance of Jake, he charged towards it.
Jake?
His staff in hand.
Oh.
The creature struck down the NECs without looking back. Caleb, can you look up what NEC means?
I think the AI just made something up.
As Jake screamed in agony from his wounds, the monster growled and bit at him until he had lost consciousness. His last thought was, R-U-X!
R/U/X.
Exclamation point. The creature did not slow down once it was bitten. It spun around, glowing a bright blue, and began to growl. His head was severed from his body. Jake, still screaming in pain as he tried to drag himself to the bottom of the well. He had no one.
Where were you in the story?
Died to the radiator.
It was like, well, Nathan's died to the radiator.
Bit of a watcher.
Yeah.
So there's a few different things for NECs, but the most common one is that it is a food distribution software.
No, don't distribute the food. The food? The food.
Caleb, can you look up what R/U/X?
Exclamation point.
What that could mean? Nathan, you can go ahead and write your next prompt. Are
Okay, I'm writing for children now.
you writing for
Yeah,
children?
no more smut.
Okay. Mary Poppins was descending from the clouds
You said
when she
R/U.
took all her clothes off. That's what the AI does. Sorry, yeah, R/U/X.
So the thing I'm seeing, apparently it's some kind of riddle,
It's a riddle?
and you have to guess the next letter.
Really?
The letters that it gives you are R-U-X-A-D, and then you have to guess the next letter.
Huh. This was the last thing that crossed poor Jake's mind as he lost consciousness and maybe died as pulling himself to the bottom of a well while a monster spun around and glowed blue. Man,
What is the next letter?
I have...
Sorry,
Yeah.
what was it?
It was a riddle where you just have to figure out the next letter.
Ruxy. Ruxi.
Huh.
Okay, well, like I said, writing for
Keeping it
kids
for
now.
kids this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our children.
Tony Morgan put out his cigarette on the back of his dead enemy's neck. He looked up to the sky.
Is that your prompt?
Yeah.
Man, this is a great kids book. Make sure, link in the description if you want to buy the children's book.
I'll write one.
The children's book based around Tony Morgan. And the first chapter of this children's book, images and all, goes like this. Tony Morgan put out his cigarette on the back of his dead enemy's neck. He looked up to the sky. His companion leaned out over the fire pit and set his pipe on the back of the boot of the infernal machine. It gave off an eerie white glow. The light seeped through the rubble. That was a temple filled with smoking skeletons, floating white dust bodies still connected to the strange machine.
This is actually a good story. So
This
far.
is great.
Yeah,
I
do
love
like
this. The entire world seemed to turn black as the machine rumbled to life and fell into a rapid speed descent. A molten mass of metal and spark began to build over the base of the machine. Soon it rose up and began its final descent. The Black Chamber. The king who shared the throne had one last thing to do before he decided to summon... And then it just ends.
I want chapter
Wow,
2 of that story.
I would read this book, and I don't read. I would watch this movie if it was, if you're a writer or an AI, and you want to finish this story for us, we would love to make this a movie. This
Yeah,
is Tony Morgan.
absolutely.
I can picture, he's like a detective,
Yeah.
and he's like, this infernal machine. Actually, you do Tony Morgan.
This infernal machine's been watching too many horrors on the world. It needs to be put out of its misery.
What's Tony Morgan from?
Tony Morgan
He's from everything.
is from everything. He's a character I stole from this game called Eldritch Horror.
That's right.
Where it's like just there's this character Tony Morgan. So a bunch of our friends were like, we were playing it. I was just like, oh, Tony Morgan. He's like, my name's Tony Morgan, and I feel taken. So then, obviously, I made Tony Morgan 5,000 times better than he was ever because he was the
Intended to be.
weakest character. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be the weakest character. So I made him in our D&D campaign, and we just fell in love with Tony ever since.
And he's just, he's been in an ad for the Toast or Whatever
Toast
podcast.
or whatever. Check it
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah, he's a character. I love Tony Morgan.
Yeah, Tony's awesome.
How we doing for time, Caleb?
We're at 1842.
Ooh. Whoa! Dink! We didn't actually have to make the noise. It actually shatters. So I think now is a good time for us to take a quick intermission as we hear a word from our sponsors.
This is Alan Rickman. Have you recently been hit by a car? Have you gone flying through the air? Maybe it's time to sign up for insurance
how
fraud.
my neck hurts. Not allegedly either.
I have to take out an insurance policy.
Use the money to pay for, I don't know. Oh, maybe a hole in the wall, perhaps?
Wow, that ad sure was cool. I'm going to get one of those for sure.
Whatever that thing was, I'm pretty sure it was a
Insurance fraud.
with extra.
Fraud.
Wow!
Whoa!
I would buy one. They're a real sponsor, and if you're a real sponsor and would like your ad in here, like that real sponsor we just had, let us know and give us some money. It can happen.
Sweet.
Wow.
So what do you think about this AI?
I love it.
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
honestly think that we could do so many fun, creative things with it. Like you take it, like, I don't like writing. Do you like writing? Do you like writing?
I enjoy it, yeah.
Okay, well, not you. I don't like writing, but I like making things that aren't writing. So I could just give an AI an idea, one of my weird ideas, and we'd create something slightly less weird than what my brain would think of. And I can make a video.
Like this last one. The first one was awesome, the sci-fi
Yeah.
one. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
last one would like make
Yeah.
an enjoyable
Man.
2-minute movie.
I would watch a full-length feature out of this.
Yeah, Netflix, get on that.
Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, if you want to be in our movie with all Chris's and Nathan and I, starring the Infernal Machine, hit us up in the DMs.
I'll be the jacked hot one. You guys can be like my little slaves or
Yeah.
monkeys or whatever.
Oh yeah, you guys will get cool roles, supporting roles,
Yes.
supporting roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. This is great.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for the first ever episode of, I forget what we called the show.
Oh, here we just go like the first episode of.
Can't toast toast.
What we said earlier.
You can't toast earlier.
Oh yeah, you can't toast toast.
Thanks, Caleb. So thank you for joining us. Again, if you enjoyed the content here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss. Wow, that effect.
Camera looks perfect.
Yeah.
His head's like right.
That's perfect. And smash that bell so that you still don't miss things. And also leave a like because our self-worth is derived entirely from our YouTube metrics. Or leave a dislike and Nathan will do the next episode naked. Hey, thanks for watching. We've picked a couple other videos for you to watch and thrown them up on the screen now. See you next time.